This was baby Grace, before I had words. This was my dad, before he had consequences. That was the last time I'd have a healthy relationship to my sexuality for the next 40 years. Grace lived here, on the west side of Detroit, a child of the 80s. She was bright, funny, she modeled, selling her tiny breastless body to the highest bidder. She was light-skinned, with long, pretty hair, an easy target for colorism by American beauty standards. She was easy prey, wanted and hunted. She didn't know about boundaries or how to enforce them. She surrendered because it was all she knew. At 11, she saw an after-school special prompting her to tell her mother. 6 months later, I sat before a judge, 2 lawyers, a jury, and 65 strangers. In detail, I told them of the 7 years my dad raped me. I was interrogated. I wondered if it was my fault. My words brought folks to tears. My words made people laugh. That surprised me. Ultimately, my words brought justice, as my dad was escorted to prison in handcuffs. That was the first time I learned I could use my words. For most of my life, I thought of myself as used, a slut and sinner, a cheater despised by God, a sex addict, worthless, and without words. Things started to change when I leaned into my faith at 19. I dug deep and found worth in my relationship with God, dove into community, committed to therapy, yet I struggled to overcome the abuse of my father, my brother, and later my husband. I struggled with depression and suicidal ideations. I made heavy mistakes. Eventually, I lost close friends and family support in my career and nearly lost custody of my children. But I had a deep determination to survive. I wanted to live as if my life and my body had real value. I wanted to live without prioritizing men's happiness and needs over my own. It took years. I caught glimpses of myself and my power when I faced my father in prison, and again when I spoke to hundreds of other teens about sexual abuse. But when I left my abusive ex, I finally saw the power that I'd always had. I am many things. Now, I'm a woman who uses my words to define myself.